Ahoy there! I'm Katori87, and welcome aboard another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. Our battle against France has finally begun, and conditions could not be worse. It is horribly misty, the wind is almost dead, and it is the middle of the day. So we essentially have all day, well, okay, half a day to blunder around in the mist, and hopefully nothing finds us from the air, which again, not likely due to the weather. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get our surface forces within radar range of the enemy so we can engage them properly. I do kind of regret that we don't get any proper, any proper air combat, since we haven't done a carrier battle in a while. But this should still be a good opportunity to put the French back in their place and remind them who properly rules the waves. Alright, so, quick review. We have our main force right down here with the main battle division of Leviathan, Juggernaut, and Rodney. Not the best combination there, but it'll work. And that's escorting, that is leading the fray, and it is supported by two more carrier groups, which is a little weird here. The Samantha and Maxton are both at sea, with the battleships Iron Duke and Collingwood escorting them. That's a little bit weird here. So we're going to have to see about shuffling things up a bit and getting this into a more usable group. So let's take a quick look and see what we've got. So, alright, cool. So these guys are set to core on Leviathan, so once the battle begins, they will actually pick up the pace and join up the force. And then we have Samantha is supporting the Leviathan, which, yeah, that totally makes sense. And the Maxton is core on the Samantha. And let's tell them to provide cap to the Samantha. And we'll tell the Samantha, just to be safe, to provide cap to the Leviathan. There we go. That way both groups are properly covered. The battleships have cap from one CVL, and the carrier assembly has cap from the other CVL, so they should be both pretty well covered. To the north here, we have two more, the carrier group. So that's this right here, the carrier force. And that has our 6 fantastic beasts, supported by the Behemoth and Humongulus. So those should be doing pretty well. That is some very, very heavy AA capabilities. We've got this group, the Griffin and Rock, which are core on the Griffin. So our overall flagship for the formation. And these guys, they're the lead. And then we also have these fellows, which are supporting the Griffin, so they'll be providing the overall cover for this group. Which, that's a little strange. I'm probably going to change that up a little bit, because I want them properly grouped up so that they can provide overlapping AA and overlapping cap. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing. We're going to have to shuffle those around a little bit. Let's take a quick look at the forward group here, the Scout Force. And I see a decent collection of battle cruisers. The Impassable, Imponderable, and Inconsiderable. Those should do just fine. Supported by one light cruiser of the Pandora class. And a decent collection of destroyers of all shapes and sizes. So let's see, we've got, looks like these are mostly the missile boats, and these are also mostly missile boats. Alright, cool. So I think those will do just fine. We've got plenty of AA capability in our scouting force, and again, I'm not that concerned about it, because, well, the weather just doesn't support air operations, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, let's see. We want to get this operation started, and I don't particularly see a whole lot of need to do stuff, or issue any specific orders to begin with. Actually, hang on. I do think I'm going to core these groups. So we're going to, let's see, so that's Carrier Division 6. Nope. I want them on the rock, and they're going to be core for that. There we go. So that way all 6 groups are together. And then overall, we want the carrier force. Let's set that to heavy. Do not need that far of a search. We'll go with 200 nautical miles. Okay. If they're able to launch. The scout force. We'll set those to a heavy cap as well. Oh, hang on. There we go. That's a scout force. We'll set those to heavy cap. Dial in the range for those as well in case they're able to launch. And then the main force right up here. Let's check those. Heavy cap. And again, that's a nice looking search. That should do the trick. Okay. And with that in mind, let's get this show on the road. And off they go. We'll see if we're able to launch any scouts, if we find anything. But ultimately, I would be surprised. I think I'm counting more on my screening and radar to find anything necessary. Oh, hey, there we go. Weather cleared up. Catapult launch search planes? Yes. Not that I expect them to find very much. Not in this kind of weather. But if the weather's clear, that means we can start preparing some strikes. Just in case we find anything. Alright, so, first of all, priority target carriers for now, just in case, so I don't forget. And looks like the CVLs are already putting their... Oh man, sorry about that. I hate election season because I keep on getting interrupted at the most inopportune moments by people telling me to vote for this person or vote for that person or do this, do that, which is really annoying because I've already put in my vote. I dropped it by the ballot box yesterday. So stop interrupting me. I got a battle to fight. All right, let's see. So, back to what we were talking about. We were readying some strikes. So let's start getting all of our carriers ready with what they've got. So we're going to take these torpedo bombers. Yep, torpedo. Looks good to me. And we're also going to take some fighters. Not the full load. I think we're only going to take, let's see. 5 seems like a good number there. Alright, and that gives us a total of 19. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so we're going to start readying those up. Next up, Carrier Division 28. And it looks like we can do a similar thing here. We'll grab those, we'll grab those. Not the full number, we only want 5. And ready strike. Okay, Carrier Division 6. Alright, this is the Griffin and the Unicorn. I think we had a pretty good success last time with the overall combinations that we used. So, let's see. Last time we had, well, spot value 59. So that would be a torpedo bomber, dive bomber, which is nominally 40, but it's not actually going to work out quite that way. And we want heavy loads. And then it was also groups of 10 fighters. So I'm actually going to just start readying everyone, and we're going to do groups of 10 fighters. So let's see. We're going to select all. Unfortunately, there's no button for that. I don't care if it exceeds deck loads because we'll figure that out. We're going to say all, we'll put those fighters back to light and select 10 each. And we'll do the same thing with these ones. 10, 10, light, light. Okay, And then we'll start readying these strikes. And then we'll do the same for the others. And just to save you guys the boredom, since I'm doing the exact same thing for all those strike wings, I'm going to skip through that so you guys don't have to wait. And we're back. All right. And that is all of our strike wings getting ready right now. Hopefully they don't take too terribly long. I wish there was an order to launch cap now, so I could get that cover up first and then worry about strike preparation. But I guess we're primarily focusing on getting our recons out and about. Okay, now that is all taken care of, we'll start the clock again and keep on rolling and see what we find. Yep, let's launch some more search planes. Can never have too many. And we'll just keep on going. Hey, there we go. Finally getting some recons out. First waves are out. I don't expect them to find much in this poor weather, but you never know. So we'll just zoom out here so we can watch the recon waves go out. Oh, hang on. We got something. I see some radar contacts. There are indeed enemy ships in the area, or enemy aircraft in the area, indicating generally this direction. Okay. We've got one battleship. I don't think that by itself is a sufficient report to launch all of my strike wings. Let's go a little bit longer. See if we find anything else. But yeah, there's definitely stuff down here. Oh, hang on, we got another report. They keep on insisting there is one battleship down here. Does France even have a battleship? Oh, guess they do. I'm surprised they don't have any battle cruisers. Certainly a lot of heavy cruisers, so I'm looking forward to that fight. Whatever we end up against, but well, there's definitely stuff in this area. Let's see. Is it going that way or that way? So they are generally heading in this direction. Let's point straight towards them, and we'll pick up our battle cruiser pace. And you know what? We'll also do the same thing with the battle fleet. I think we'll leave the... yeah, we'll just take everyone up to 20 knots. That seems like a good plan. Point everyone in that direction and pick up the pace. But just a battleship is not enough to launch my strike group against. I need something more. There's got to be some more substantial target. Because even my battle cruisers can handle whatever battleship France has. It's not that great of a ship. Yeah, Magenta. Oh yeah, our battle cruisers can handle this no problem. Okay. Well, let's keep on rolling. There's definitely recons out and about. I've seen their occasional green dots popping up, and it looks like... Here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's looking a little bit more substantial. Let's see if I get any more follow-up reports to solidify that. I'll give it... Okay, here we go. So we have been spotted, and they are attacking. Our cap is engaging their recon. Alright, well, there it is. Yep, and it is down to 0 brigades. So, yep, their recon has been shot down. Let's give it 5 more minutes to see if we get any follow-up reports, and if not, then I'm sending half of our strikes to this general area. We'll see what we get. Still nothing. Alright, I guess it's time to launch out some strikes. So I'm going to send half of our striking forces. And I'm going to keep the... well, you know what? We'll send the torpedo bombers after those first reports from the CVEs. So this fellow... And, well, it looks like they've been generally going in this direction. So we'll plunk those down over here. And if they don't find the battleship, well, then hopefully they'll keep on going and find the carriers. Alright, so that looks good. And we'll take that, and we're going to coordinate those so they have some proper cover. Launch strike. And we'll do something similar with Carrier Division 28. Alright, so these two. And we're going to plunk those just a little bit off to the side. Well, I don't know. That's a really good question. Where have they been going? So I'm going to hold up on that for a second. According to the reports, they were headed roughly that direction. So yeah, actually right around here is about right. There's no way that that dot is... Yeah, there we go. That's a scout. Hopefully that scout finds something. But I'm going to send the strike right over there. So here we go. Carrier Division 24, yep. Oh, no, that's not the one. Carrier Division 28, that's the one we want. Okay, so grab these two. Priority target. Well, battleships, just in case. And strike location will be this general area. And yep, coordinated strike. Good. Launch strike. Okay, and we also have some carriers, and I'm just going to have to send those after that spotting report, which is not ideal, but if that's all that we got, that's really all we got, so we're going to have to do it. So I'm going to send... Well, I'm going to send the first waves from... Well... Yeah, we're going to send the first wave from one of my carrier divisions. So we're going to grab torpedo bomber, fighter, dive. Oh, hang on. Nope, nope, nope. That's mixing stuff. Wait, is it? No. Okay, so torpedo bomber, fighter, dive bomber, coordinated strike. And those going out to the carriers. And, ooh, that's not good time. But whatever, we'll do it. Launch strike. And we'll do the same thing with the Griffin, or sorry, the Unicorn. So torpedo bomber, fighter, dive bomber, coordinated strike, and launch. Okay, do we have any more recons in the area? Yes, we do. So that was from Scout 39. That is... probably Scout 39. Well, either that one or that one. Either way, and then we got more scouts heading in that direction. So, well, you know what? I think I will sling one more division at them. So, Carrier Division 10 will sling one more flight at them. So we have torpedo bomber, fighter, dive bomber. Oh no, I forgot to set my priority targets. Alright, carriers. There we go. Launch strike. And we'll do the same thing from this group. 1, 2, 3. All those are ready. And launch. Okay. We'll get those out, and then we'll meet them in the night. And if I'm lucky, I'll get some more confirmation that that's where they're headed. But I don't particularly trust that. Okay, hang on. We've got some recons getting intercepted, probably right around here. Yeah, we've got this guy. But the one who was here is gone. So, yeah, that definitely suggests there's something here. Oh, hang on. We got a radar contact. I guess it's time for the fight. Alright. Battle cruisers, accelerate to attack speed. And let's go see what we've got. Which direction is going? It's coming towards us, so we're going to cut an intercept course. And that is something. So this is an invasion battle, which means they have a invasion force, a scouting force, main force, and all that stuff has to be covered. So they've got a group of transports that have to be protected. I don't think I particularly need to order attacks against... Well, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to order some attacks against the transports in this area, because this does look like the invasion force. I'm going to get a little bit closer, but... Oh, hang on. That's the battleship, all right. Yeah, I'm going to order an attack against that. I don't want my Air Force is going completely to waste, and I'd rather save gun ammunition for the later parts of the fight. So we're going to send these fellows off. Actually, I could just send them in without escort and get them out quicker. Yeah, that's a half an hour difference in terms of arrival time. So that is significant. I think we're going to pass on that coordination. And this particular... Well, they're going to have cover. So yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, we need to do it. We're going to cover them. All right, priority target battleships and heavy cruisers and stuff. And no. We're going to set our strike location. Generally, I don't know. Once we encounter the enemy and we open fire, they're probably going to start turning around to run. So I'm just going to plunk this down sort of right here. And if they don't find the target, I know our planes do go a little bit past the area in order to search it out. So we're going to do that. And we're going to launch those. And we'll do the same thing with the same... Well, we're going to pick a different target area, but... Similar idea for these guys. So we're going to go there, and we're going to put these ones over this. Well, hang on. I'm seeing aircrafts here and here. Let's go over this way. Hang on. I don't know. Which way are the French going to turn? Right now, we're cutting an intercept course. They may turn to open broadsides against us, in which case they're going to go to the west. They may turn to run, in which case they're probably going to go to the east. Looks like they're more set to go to the west, so I'm going to go this general direction. So we're going to say that spot. And yep, priority target battleships, coordinated strike. Looks good. All right, launch. Hopefully it works. And now we are into the major stuff. It's time for the actual gunfight. Okay, enemy aircraft approaching. It's time to... Actually, you know what? I am fine with them wasting their fury against the Aeolus. Because that means they're not going after more important stuff. Sucks for the Aeolus, but very much a legitimate strategy. And just think how effective the American radar picket ships were at taking down Japanese kamikazes in World War II. Whoa. What's going on? Oh, hang on. They are getting attacked by our land-based aircraft. And looks like our land-based aircraft are not doing well. I have got to see about getting some escorts on those bases. So they need to get some fighters. Alright, we're getting some more contacts, radar contacts over here. Well, looks like our medium bombers are approaching. Hopefully we get some sort of report about whatever they're going after. Is that them? Yeah, that's them. Okay, they're going after this area. And they are not doing well. Ugh. Ow. Oh, hang on. We've got a heavy cruiser. Oh, I guess that was a heavy cruiser, not a battleship. The Galilee class. Oh, yeah, that was one of those ships that we had to reclassify. Well, that's not going to go well for it. Maybe they shouldn't have designed excessively sized ships in the first place. Alright, well, dive bombers going in, and they squarely land into our SAMs. So take that, you French. Those are not going well. Okay, well, our first SAMs did well. These other ones, oh, actually, hang, that's pretty solid. That's 2 aircraft, 3 aircraft destroyed. 1 damaged, another damaged, and that totally thrashed their formation. They got no hits. And it looks like that cruiser is running to the east, so yep, my strike is totally going to miss. But my other strikes are definitely going in. Yep, those are looking, or hang on, Hector and Whitley. I don't remember the name Hector. Are those friendly? Nah, I guess those are friendlies. I don't remember any fighters named Hector. That is weird. What's going on here? Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. We've got enemy heavy cruisers in sight. Aircraft approaching battle cruiser division 16. Yeah, that's fine. And we are doing lots of damage to those guys. Do we have any more spotting reports? Nope, nothing yet. So we are still dependent upon those early reports. And then here comes the weather. Alright, I don't want to get torpedoed, and we are not in the best position there, so we're going to dodge back and forth. And we're going to stern camp these fellows so that they cannot torpedo us. Now they're still going to be able to return fire at us, based on the fact that they do have stern guns. Wow, that is some serious strike forces going out. I do hope they find what we're going for. They're certainly passing over whatever this is. Actually, you know what? We'll keep going south. I wish they would shift their fire to some of this other stuff, but... let's see, unidentified... Well, I don't know what this is, and they're charging in, so I'm going to presume that those are bad guys. There we go, fire is being shifted. And I don't think we need any more guns into the Galilee. So we're going to hold fire for 10 minutes to give us a chance to get away from that, because she is out of the fight. And it looks like our destroyer, or our capital ships are engaging their destroyers quite effectively. Ooh, what's this? We've got contacts to the south. Let's go get them. Somewhere around here is there... There we go. Speed her on her way. Hopefully we don't get any friendly fire torpedoes from these. Oh man, it looks like they totally scattered to, and all of them decided to engage the enemy more closely. That's nice. I do appreciate that. But, I don't know. I could also use you guys staying in formation. There we go. One more torpedo hit. If she wasn't sinking before, she is now. Let's see what we got here. Turn the main battle line to the south. And I do believe that our carriers will be able to fend off... Oh, hang on. We got torpedo bombers here. Well, that's not nice. Well, whatever it is, our destroyers should be able to fend off those things just fine. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Whatever these things are, we're going to go get them. Let's see. Can I tell them to target? I can. Alright, so let's target those. Do we have any targets here? No, they're not shooting anything right now. Do we know what those are? Not a clue. They're acting pretty fast, so those are probably just destroyers. But we are hitting them, even at this range. That is some serious firepower. Okay, guys. We're getting in close. That's not good. Evasive action. You know what? Emergency evasive action. I do not want my capital ships getting torpedoed. Full about. Whoa, hang on. Okay. We've got enemy carrier spotted. That is the Yvonne. Or sorry, the Yon. And looks like she's on fire already. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got 5 16-inch shells in there, and a 5-inch gun as well. So yeah, that's the kind of damage I like to see. Now we know where the enemy carrier force is. We should be able to flatten them pretty well. Let's turn our battleships this way. Oh, enemy battleship hit by that's a cruiser. Come on, guys, that's a cruiser. I would very much appreciate it if you could practice your ship identification a little more. Alright, and I think we're safe to start reforming. Actually, no. We're going to keep turning together. We're going to maintain that line abreast, and we're going to go all the way around. That way, they're not able to target us with torpedoes. Because that is a very significant concern of mine. And I'd bet the rest of them are retreating to this direction. That's good. Let's see if we can get our... Okay. Overall formation is looking good. We are in an excellent position, and it looks like our strikes are not able to find anything. Which, given the weather, is perfectly understandable. But also, like, totally disappointing. I would have very much preferred a nice, you know, long-range aircraft strike-heavy carrier battle. But, well, RNGesus giveth and RNGesus taketh away. We had some decent carrier battles earlier. We've had some very good radar fights. And those definitely seem to be in our... Oh, uh-oh. Hard to starboard. Oh, too late. Actually, that's not too bad. I mean, her speed is hurt, but overall she's still holding together just fine. Let's see if I can get her out of the formation. Yep. So she's out. And we'll just... Actually, she's holding together pretty good. No flooding. So we'll drop her speed down to 15 knots just to be safe. And I'll start sending her over here. Meanwhile, the rest of these guys are going to run the heck away from those destroyers and hopefully not get any more torpedoes. And now we can start pursuing those carriers. Alright, the Yon is definitely out of the fight now. She is stopped and burning. Let's see if I can shift my fire to that other group further to the west. Let's see. No. Maybe. No. Alright, and there's also a formation down here. So this is the group I'm interested in, so let's shift our fire. And these guys seem to be doing just fine. Let's swing them to the south. And we'll see if we can get a classic double envelopment here. Okay, do we want to pick up survivors? Yeah, sure, why not? My carrier force, however, let's see, what do we got here? Do we have... Okay, so we do have some heavy cruisers, and we have the Humongulus and Behemoth in escort. What is Behemoth doing? You should not be lagging that... Oh, you probably had to slow down to pick up scouts. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you rejoin the formation, I think that should be plenty of escort for the carrier force. And we are going to turn you guys generally to the west to keep you clear of that trio of destroyers. I'm just not even going to risk it. Alright, so the yawn is taking very heavy fire. But, you know, I would prefer if you could fire at some of the other stuff. Well, hang on, let's see. That's imponderable and considerable, and well, at least one of them is firing in the right direction. I did tell them to shift fire. I totally told you to shift your fire. Over here. Not that. This one. Shoot at those, whatever they are. Are you going to shoot at those? There we go. Alright, at least they're firing in the right direction now. Oh, what about you? Oh, you're the one who targeted the wrong thing. Okay, let's point you at the right direction on something a little bit more useful. Okay, that's a good target. Whatever that is, kill it. And I'm seeing plenty of destroyer actions here as well. That was very much one thing that I like about having the bigger and more powerful destroyers. Oh man, we're running low on ammo already. Oh may. Oh my, oh my. I'm glad they're enthusiastic about shooting the enemy, but, you know, I kind of would prefer if the action was a little bit more engaged before they started running low on ammunition. Alright, well, we can start forming them back up again, so line ahead. And don't turn together. Get you guys back into a proper line. And whatever the heck this is, we are going to shoot it up. And there's some kind of formation down here, too. Whatever that is. And it is getting close to night. Which is not going to do wonders for our spotting, but it's not exactly great to begin with. Alright, keep rolling. Keep rolling. See if we can get a few more hits. Alright, I don't like the looks of that. So we're going to do a quick duck and weave to make sure that we're not getting torpedoed. Looks good. Imponderable is low on secondary ammunition as well. That's fine. Keep on shooting. How's this guy doing? Looking good. Let's actually bring him down this way. How are you guys doing? Why is Leviathan's stern turret out? Was it a jam or was it damage? I don't think you've been shot at all. Yeah, those guys are weaving around like destroyers, and I don't like the looks of that. So we're going to do a little dodge here, throw off their aim, and hopefully they don't get to shoot at all. Now, hopefully our destroyers get in on the action soon, too. They should be well within gun range. Yeah, they are. They should be firing. Just not seeing that many hits from them. You know what? We'll order the flotilla attack. Try and get these guys in. Try and get those destroyers to actually engage the enemy at a decent range. Let's see. How are things going over here? Actually, we're still cruising at 20 knots? Huh, not bad. Wow, Leviathan just keeps on having turret jams. That's not good. She's down to a single turret left. And I guess it is true that the British did have a history of bad luck with their quadruple turrets. They had all sorts of troubles with those. And here we are again, once again in a position to get torpedoed, so we'll do a quick dodge there. Looks good, and then we can go back in. And it looks like we got him on the run. I have no idea what that force is. That's... You know what? We'll send the impassable after them. Whatever that is. That's probably destroyers. Or cruisers, one can never be sure. But let's turn and open our broadside against them, and maybe even give them a target. No. Yeah. There you go. Have a target. Shoot it up. How are things going here? Actually, that's looking pretty good. Let's... I know I said I was going to be conservative about not charging into a group of enemy destroyers, but you know what? I think I'll do that. I'll at least try and get them close enough for the battleships in the carrier force to engage. That way I'm not just wasting the Impassible's ammunition here. We'll circle around again, spoil whatever torpedo shots they all have with a turn, and let's see if we can get a little closer. All that stuff's looking good. Oh, whatever we've got over there. That's getting shot up pretty good by secondaries and primaries. Yeah, good shot, good shooting. And now we need to dodge, because that's torpedo launching positions. And then we swerve back in. Oop, and there it is. That's a torpedo hit. Okay. Drop the speed down. Give her a chance to get that flooding under control. And, oh man, now's when we get all of our spotting reports. Boo! Alright. No more reports about carriers. I don't see any of our strikes. Well, okay, so there are strikes wandering around, but in this weather, I don't think they're going to find anything. And there's this group, but they got to spot it in order to engage it. And it's really hard to see stuff when you're flying through rain, or when you're above the clouds when there's rain. Well, that's another thing. But let's see if we can get engaged with this group with our main battleship force. And these fellows should be heading south. And we'll pick up our pace to 28 knots too. Well, at least this guy's doing a decent job. Yep, getting that flooding under control real quick. I am indeed glad that we have brought torpedo bulges on this thing. That has significantly improved their survivability. And we've got strikes trying to land on the carriers. Yeah. Well, it looks like this is going to be mostly a night fight, and the French definitely do not want to fight it. They are running away. Which, I totally understand that. Especially not right now at night. Let's see, are we able to target? No. Okay, let's hold fire for a little bit, see if we can get closer to this group. I'll let these battleships deal with the destroyer force. Unidentified ship. Oh. Well, that's unexpected. Good shooting. That was what? Nonesuch? Oh, that wasn't Nonesuch, alright. Oh, hang on. Was that a friendly fire torpedo that happened to be a French ship shooting a French ship? Because I certainly didn't launch torpedoes there. Alright, we're getting into a bit of a bad spot here. Let's swerve to avoid torpedoes. Ah. Dang it. Well, they have sunk one of their destroyers, but in return, they got one of my battle cruisers. Oh, man. That is disappointing. Because that was a very nice ship. She's done a lot of good service. An impassable... Well, yeah, okay, that's the one that was last turn, okay. Oh, man. Yeah, and she didn't have a chance to evade either with a jammed rudder. Well, we'll swerve wide a little bit. Keep our stern guns to bear on the target and our secondaries firing. Okay, are we... Yeah, we're firing on them. Whatever these are, we are going to shoot them. And hopefully these guys join us as well. Because whatever those are, I want them dead. Or broken and running. Who launched those torpedoes? That was a terrible idea. And of course our destroyers are in a bad position. If they're going to try launching torpedoes, that could very well hit us. Okay, bring our battle cruisers back around. They can go back. Actually, you know what? Yeah, they can go back in. Man, this has gone distressingly well for the French, all things considered. They've sunk one of our battle cruisers in exchange for a destroyer and one of their light cruisers, and while we're doing damage, I don't think we're doing enough right now. On the other hand, they are doing a close pass next to our battleships within radar range, so I don't think that's going to go well for them. Let's see if we can get these guys turned around. Certainly that group is retreating. Okay, do we want to pick up survivors from a Claymore class? What on earth is that? I don't remember anything Claymore class. Nope, and I'm certainly not detaching one of my light cruisers to do so. Oh, and we're starting to get some of our just torpedo launches as well. That reminds me. Let's order the flotilla attack and get our destroyers to be aggressive. Because the confusion of a night fight is where our radar advantage is the most useful. Because we can launch torpedoes at radar targets beyond detection range. Oh yeah, that's a nice spread right there, and we've got more going in. Yeah, there we go. Now things are going to start turning in our favor. I don't know if those are destroyers that we hit or cruisers or what, but they are eating it. And that's what I like to see. Yep, there's another one. Whatever that was. 1, 2, different ship. 3, different ship. Let's see. Okay, so one ship got hit twice, one ship got hit once. But that is fantastic news. Oh, hang on. Nope, we don't want to turn in too much. We want to keep the right... Oh, come on, destroyers. That's like right at my battleships. Well, we certainly seem to be doing a good job with our guns so far. We've got some good torpedo hits. We've gotten some... Hang on, let's turn you guys due south so we can continue with the pursuit. And it looks like the enemy is running. And our destroyers are very much mixing it up. Oh, destroyer NISM magazine hit. Uh-oh. Was that one of ours? Given by the fact that it's not called NISM class, I'm guessing that was one of ours. Well, that's unfortunate. But fortunes of war and all that, sometimes bad things happen. As we've seen with our battlecruiser. Overall, I have the feeling that the fight so far is favoring us. Not those early actions, due to the torpedo losses, but... Oh, uh-oh. Oh, those are transports that we're tearing up. Good. And we're getting more torpedo hits. Oh, good. 2 different ships, too. I don't know if those are transports or destroyers, but they are hit. And that is bad news for transports and destroyers. Looks like our battlecruisers are holding fire due to uncertain identity. That's fine. The destroyers are doing everything they can, and that's really all I can ask for. Okay, running low on secondary ammunition. How are things going up here? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Let's drop you guys down and stop this surface engagement between carriers. Oh, I can't believe I didn't notice that before. I told them to go in that direction, but my screening ships are, well, they're the same speed as my carriers, so they can't screen properly if the carriers are in front. Oh, that's interesting. We got stuff further to the south. But whatever these are, They are getting engaged by the battleships, and looks like we're getting plenty of hits on them. Oh, even the Humongous is getting in on the action to the north. I just saw a 20-inch hit on something. And Leviathan is reporting more contacts. Well, let's go get them. Let's see if we can get the battle cruisers back in. I don't care what they shoot at as long as they do successfully use up all their ammunition. Preferably bigger ships, but, you know, with radar, it's hard to tell. We only get a very crude idea of the target size. If that. So, who knows? Nope. Destroyer going in. Start evading, start evading. Yep, that's a destroyer, Tromblon class. And that is a lot of torpedoes too. I don't like that. Hang on. Bring us around. Destroyer and Nereus, an unidentified ship, have collided. Ooh, and that did not go well for the Nereus. Looks like she got run over by that. And, oh, that is bad. Reload missiles just exploded. And that is instantaneously a level 3 fire. Oh my. Well, I really don't want to call it to a close here, but we are at our time limit. So I am gonna have to call it to a close here. Well, join us next time when hopefully we finish sending these French fellows packing. Until then, this is Katori87 signing out.